Well, finally back at it with another YouTube video for the first time in months. Been slacking on my long form recently. I've been putting a lot more effort into short form, my reels, my TikToks, and yeah, try to stay consistent with that. But it's Sunday, it's leg day, and I thought I would do a vlog for the first time in a while. I mean, in my mind, I feel like there's not that much to catch up on since my last one, as my entire life revolves around bodybuilding. Obviously, my training, my eating, work, my studies. But I have recently just passed all the coursework for the level 3 personal training. I am waiting on an assessment date, but as a lot of bookings have gone through, I'm having to wait 2 months to do that, so I won't be qualified until then. I am just short of 40% way through my level 4 advanced nutrition course, which after I film this bit, I'm going to do an hour or two on before I go to the gym. Biggest bit, went to my 15-year high school reunion yesterday. Was a bit apprehensive before going, as I didn't know what to expect, but I turned up mainly for the fact of my head of year who arranged it all, and it's been planned since we actually left school that this was going to happen. She's terminally ill, and I really wanted to see her because without her I probably wouldn't have finished high school, and she definitely got me out of a lot of shit and helped me through things, so for that I'm eternally grateful to her. Seeing friends I haven't seen in the best part of a decade or longer. I mean, quite a few of them still live around this area. I'm probably, a 5-minute drive away from being able to see any of them, but due to life, work and commitments and all that, we just never get to see each other. So yeah, it was nice to catch up. Obviously, everyone was going there to drink. I turned up and I wasn't going to. I made it very clear that I wasn't going to, but I did end up having 2 pints of Guinness last night, which in the grand scheme of things isn't really an issue. I did end up staying there till I think it was gone 10 o'clock when I left. Obviously, usually I'm in bed for 8:30, definitely asleep for about 9 o'clock most nights, and I didn't go to bed till midnight last night, and that sort of messed with my head a bit last night, but I still got up at 5 a.m. this morning. My usual wake up is 4:30, so I've not slept as much as I usually do. Feeling quite good considering. Still got up, still did my usual Sunday routine, got up, did my fasted cardio, 35 minutes on the bike, watched the Big Dog Cast, which if you follow me on Instagram you know I do every Sunday, did my check-ins for coach. Physique is looking the best it's ever looked. I'm 9 weeks out from the show I want to do, and I look better now than I did when I stepped on stage last year in my first show. So, I mean, if the progress carries on going like this, the package I'm going to bring to that stage this year is going to be absolutely insane. I'm seeing striations in my legs I've never ever seen before. I've touched on this before, but all of my body fat is held in my lower body, especially in my legs, my glutes. The top half gets lean very quickly, and even peak off season was still quite lean, still had fairly visible abs, but my lower body is just where I hold all my fat, and I've always struggled with getting to the point of conditioning where I actually have definition in my legs, and I'm actually starting to see lines across my teardrop, separation in my quads, and actually having some resemblance of glutes, which is something I've never had before. But yeah, overall really happy with how this prep's going. Enjoying it a lot more than last year. Obviously last year was my first prep, a lot more pressure on myself. Mid-prep I did change jobs as I was working as a chef, and I went into construction, so that was stressful, slap bang in the middle of it. This year I know what I need to do. I'm the most locked in with my training I've ever been, and I think just due to actually enjoying the process a lot more this year and not so much focusing on the outcome, it's going a lot smoother. Like, yeah, I want to compete. Obviously, I'm a natural bodybuilder with the aims to get my pro card. Whether that's next year, the year after, or even in 5 years, I will become a professional bodybuilder. But I'm not letting that overrule what I'm doing. I absolutely love bodybuilding, I love training, I love dieting, I love every aspect of it, and that is why I believe I'm having such an easier time this year, because I'm not focused on the show, I'm not focused on the end goal, I'm just focused on the journey. I know each day if I wake up, I get my meals in, I train to the highest performance, I do all the things I know that will build up and lead to a physique I can be proud of, that when it does come to show day, I know I've done everything I can to give my best on that day. I might not win, I might not place, the guys who I compete against might just be better than me, they might have put more work in, they might be genetically more gifted than I am. Whatever the reason is, that will not take away from how much I love this. And obviously, I mean, we're all going in to win, but no matter the outcome on the day, I will continue to do this. And even if next year I decided, oh, well, I don't want to compete anymore, I will not stop bodybuilding, I will not stop chasing being the best version of myself, whether that's in my physique, my mindset, my actions. I just want to keep improving, and this is something I think we should all strive for. And it's not massive grand changes, like you have to, I mean, I've completely changed my life over the course of the last few years, from a life full of drink, drugs and bad decisions to a life where I'm constantly chasing self-improvement, trying to be a better person, trying to provide value to those around me, and just try and make the most of life, because life is short. Life is too short to not do what you want to do, no matter what you think other people might think or say or have opinions about. If you find something you're truly passionate about and you can turn that into a career, or you can make money off it and you can provide value to people, and maybe from the things you've been through in life, if you can help other people get out of that situation or sort of help them through similar things you went through, then go for it. I am running a bit late this morning as I had an extra half an hour in bed. Everything in my day has been pushed back a bit, and I hate not being on schedule. I'm very set in my routine and the times I do things, so I'm at least going to squeeze an hour of studying in, get meal 2 in, my pre-workout meal, get ready for the gym, go and train legs. I am training at a new gym. Went there for the first time yesterday. It's called Oh My Squat in Kendal, which is like the other side of town to the gym I train at now. It opened 6 weeks ago, maybe 7 weeks ago, and it is absolutely incredible. I mean, for the last 6 years I've trained at an Anytime Fitness, very commercial, not full of serious lifters. There's maybe a handful of people in there that train for a purpose. A lot of people go in there, and no offence to them, they just go through the motions. I've seen a lot of the people for the past 6 years, they're in as much as I am 5-6 times a week, and they've made no progress. And I know a lot of people, obviously having the best physique and all that isn't the end goal for a lot of people. People do just go for the enjoyment of training, which I totally understand. But for me, being a bodybuilder, I need to be in a surrounding where I have better equipment, I'm training with like-minded people who are training for that purpose, and it's not to slight anyone that just trains normally, that's not what I'm trying to say here, but it's just not the environment that's conducive for my goals. So yeah, went to this new gym yesterday and trained posterior, my usual bit of back, deadlifts, obviously hamstrings, glutes, lower back, and the gym is kitted out. It's not massive, but every bit of kit in there is primal, everything is plate loaded. Obviously there's a few cable machines, there's 4 squat racks, and it's not a busy gym. And the people I did see in there yesterday, as soon as we walked in, you can tell they train, which is the sort of gym I want to be a part of. So I'm going back there to train lower today. I need to speak to my current gym, see about the cancellation process, because I can't remember what sort of membership I signed up for 6 years ago, whether it was a fixed 12 months, rolling contract, whatever it was, and hopefully I can just cancel it. I don't have to pay myself out or see the rest of my time out and get a membership at this gym. It is literally only £2 more a month from what I pay now, and for the level of equipment and the progress I'll be able to make in there, it is so worth it. So yeah, obviously quite a few things have happened in the last couple of months since my last vlog, but now that I've started filming, I'm struggling to think of them. I am 10 weeks into prep. Like I said before, I'm about 9 weeks out. Still haven't booked my show because every time I go to, something else happens and takes priority. For instance, 3 weeks ago, my car went in for its MOT. I've had that car 6 years, well, just short of 6 years, and I expected it to need a few little bits, oil change, maybe I know it needed one tyre, brakes needed looking at, but I thought it's just a standard MOT. My mate from the garage rang me after not hearing from the garage all day, and I was at work getting very nervous, because when it's left till the last minute, it's usually quite a bad sign. And he said he was tallying it up, and once he got to £1,500, he stopped counting. And he did actually work it out afterwards, and he said it probably cost about £1,500 just to pass the MOT, and then in advisories it would probably be close to another £500 in the next couple of months, so £2,000 just to keep my car on the road. My plan was this year was to MOT it, sell it for about £2,000, and buy a new car. And obviously, with having to spend that on just keeping it on the road, I wouldn't be making any money, so unfortunately that car had to go to a scrapyard. It served me well, loved that car, it's probably the best car I've owned, but it was time for it to go. So obviously that happening right at the end of the month, which is the time I pay my rent and all my bills and all like the big payments go out, I was stuck without a car. Luckily, like the 5 lads I work with, each of them were willing to pick me up in the morning. We all live fairly close to each other, so I could still get to site, I could still get to work. I must have put in about 10 hours on Auto Trader, just looking through shit tons of vehicles, and just none of them seemed right. Got put onto a garage by my uncle, and he said he'd bought a few cars off this lad in Kendal. It turns out I had the lad on Facebook, so I messaged him, sort of told him my budget. He said, I've got a car coming in on Monday, it's in your budget. All the rest of them were quite far out of my budget, to be honest. But yeah, went and picked that up last Friday. I've now got a Nissan Qashqai, a bit more practical for work, loads of boot space if I need to travel tools around and stuff, and yeah, it's just a pretty decent motor, to be honest. I'm finally back on the road, finally go to the gym, and from 2 weeks of not driving, you don't realise how much you rely on having a car. I mean, the shop, like my local Tesco's, like a 3-minute drive away, but if I was to walk there from mine, it takes about half an hour. So just little things like that. Obviously I couldn't train for 2 weeks, so I had a forced deload. I managed one training session in that 2 weeks. I went to my flatmate's gym, little hotel gym. Not my usual setup, but I made the best of it. I had a pretty decent upper body workout. Had a swim in a sauna, which was nice. That sort of kept me mentally in check. And then had another week off the gym until I bought this car, and now I'm back, and I am fully back into the swing of things now. Training is absolutely flying, and from my checking photos this morning, I'll put a couple on the screen. My physique, like I said earlier, is the best it's ever looked, and I'm excited to see what the next few weeks bring. Fasted weight this morning was 88.85 kilos, and just due to stress, not training, I got badly sunburnt. I was quite inflamed also, from a heat wave the UK had a couple of weeks ago. So my weight, I was hovering around a high, well, I was around 89, 90, but then my weight did spike up to like 92 kilos, and that's not due to my eating or anything. I was still staying on plan, I was still sticking to everything but training, just outside events obviously causing me more stress than necessary. My weight was fluctuating quite heavily, but now that I'm back into my routine, stress levels are way back down. I am now sat at 88.85, and to put it in perspective, when I stepped on stage last year I was 84.5, and considering I'm in far better condition now than I was on stage, when I do get to that 84 kilo mark again and potentially lower, I don't know, I'm not really focused on weight. As long as I come in with a conditioned physique, weight isn't really an issue as I compete in the open class. But very low 80s, I do think I will be completely shredded, and it will be a very hard physique to beat on stage. My posing has improved tenfold. I still have problems, well, not problems, but I know my posing routine could be a lot better, but that's going to come with time, as I'm not the most fluid person. Like, I can hit poses and transitions, but I am working quite hard on making it more artistic, which does score you a lot of points in the long run, I believe, because obviously it's better to look at than someone who just walks on stage and just does the mandatories and there's no real process to it. But yeah, just striving to be better. So I'm going to leave this here for now. I'm going to get this bit of studying done,